we should be live. We are
Yeah,
here to finally, hopefully, maybe finish a Tithe and Blood demo. Just a casual hour and a half late, but that's totally fine. I'm very consistently inconsistent.
you can
So,
thank me for that.
but again, I always enjoy our chat, so I'm very okay with it. Let me just pull everything up, make sure everything is looking good. YouTube still has excellent connection for about the next 5 seconds. That's good to see, good to see.
Nice, 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 nice.
And Twitch looks like it's working just fine. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Um, but how's it going, Tracy? How's your day, bud?
Today has been rather uneventful. I went to school from 7 to 9. I went back home. I did nothing for the rest of the day.
You need to take a nice, easy day after your spring break, right?
Yeah, and also after yesterday.
Yeah. Also, that is the most important part. I keep forgetting, like, yeah, that was yesterday that happened. So you definitely deserve just a nice, easy, chill day to relax with.
If anyone's listening, I fell down the stairs. Yeah.
And we are all very grateful that you are okay. Because everyone else I know who like falls down the stairs or anything like that is usually like ends up in the hospital and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
very
and it
thankful.
could have life-changing consequences.
Yeah, thankful that that didn't happen. Um,
We should put a carpet on the stairs.
Probably that could probably help a little bit. See, my stairs have been redone. My Gma had them redone, and now it's all very like smooth, slick wood tiling. So I'm very concerned about like slipping down them now because I never had to worry about that before when it was all carpeted. With it being slicker now, I'm like, oh, is this like a safety hazard now? I'm not sure. So, uh, but I actually have wait, oh, I had how many things did I want to talk about before we got into stream? I had one really cute thing happen and one really good thing happen. Which one are you interested in hearing first, Tracy?
The cute one, because I feel like the wood one is going to go on for longer.
That's you know what? With the way I tend to ramble, probably. Um So I got a text from my sister today being like, hey, not a text, but a call being like, hey, like, where are you at? Like, yada, yada, like, wanting to, like, sit down and talk to me because she had something that she wanted to show me. And I'm saying, like, I tried asking, like, oh, like, what is it that you want to show me? And, like, she was kind of being, like, very vague of, like, oh, like, you'll see it when I get there. So I'm saying, like, oh, no, every single time someone does something like this, it's either, like, a pregnancy test or something awful, like being like, hey, I got in like a car accident, here's a picture of my car, that kind of thing. So I'm sitting there stressing all day until she finally comes over, and she shows me that she got a new tattoo on her shoulder, and it's of a shooting star. And I thought, I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's adorable. And then she reminded me, because she told me the reason that, like, what this tattoo means is of a childhood memory of ours of every summer we would go out onto our tramp in the backyard and we would sleep on it like again like every like weekend or something like that. And one of those
Cute.
nights we saw a meteor shower. um
Ooh.
yeah, and it was like it felt like a scene out of a movie because like obviously I was like a child, I had never experienced something like that, and I still haven't since, and it still is like this like magical moment in my mind of this experience that I had with my sister, and she said that that's what that means because it's also one of her favorite memories. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried that she got a tattoo, like, because she specified like this is like our tattoo, like that kind of thing. And so it almost made me
That's adorable.
yeah, it's so
Damn.
freaking cute. So it like made me like almost start crying. Like I held it back, but I almost started because I'm like, that is like genuinely like the sweetest thing like ever. Like not in 1,000 years did I think that anyone would ever get a tattoo to like here's like a symbol of like our relationship. And not only that, was like again, it's like such a cute like design for it, and it's filled with so much meaning, and it's such an incredible memory for both of us. So like that right there completely made my day. It made me like so happy. So
Yeah, that's really cute.
uh um But yeah, and it honestly
What's
made.
the good thing?
Oh, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna ask him what's the good thing that happened.
Well, really quick, the last thing I had to say about that was, for the longest time, I've liked how tattoos look, but it's sort of like one of those things, like, I don't really think I like how they look on me, because I like looking at them. So, like, let's say if I got one on, like, my shoulder or arm, I'm not really, like, looking at it, and I'm like, is there anything in my life that I'm like, I would want on my body as, like, a permanent reminder kind of thing?
Luffy Gear 5.
Wait, say that again?
Gear 5 Luffy.
You know what? Yeah, that. I do want that just emblazoned across my chest, you know?
Not even on the back.
Oh, no, no, so I think I should get Gear 5, like one on each pec kind of thing, and then I
Gosh.
get Luffy himself completely coating my back.
Luffy himself, in the shape of like the Japanese Yakuza dragon tattoos, but it's just Luffy.
Yeah, it's just him being a stretchy boy.
Oh,
Oh.
actually, it was so hard. Hold on.
That would be really really cool, especially because like as goofy as Gear 5, because well we talked about it, but you're not caught up on One Piece, but you've obviously seen Gear 5, right?
Yeah, I've seen things because my brother is caught up on the manga.
A person of culture.
He plays League. Don't compliment him.
Wait, did you say he plays League? Don't compliment him?
Yes. Yes.
Listen, everyone's allowed their flaws, you know? Everyone has their vices, and that's just League for some people. Sure, I don't respect it at all, but at the same time, culture respects
He's a top
culture.
player in our country.
He's a top player in your country?
Yeah, he has gotten to like challenger in ranks before.
Wait, hang on. That's like super impressive though, because I've heard it takes like months just to like get to like bronze or iron, like the lowest of ranks.
Yeah, but there was a skin that was given out for his favorite character, and which is also his main, and he was like, okay, I want that.
Wait, Adam. Who's his favorite?
Sona.
I've only watched Arcane. I have no idea who that is. Let me look that up really quick.
Then what did you ask me?
Because I was like, if it's someone from Arcane, then I'll know him. Sona. League of Legends. Wait. Oh, she's cool. She gives Hatsune Miku.
She's a mute musician. She can only speak in music.
Oh, that's... There's a good smile little figure of her, and it's adorable.
And it's
Oh
expensive.
my gosh. Oh, I didn't look at the price. How did you know it was expensive?
I tried to buy it for Christmas for my brother, and they were like, okay, it's $300.
Oh my gosh, that's not as bad as there's a Link one in the suggested, and it's 139. Oh my gosh.
I said 300.
Oh wait, it's 300 for you? It's not... It's
Oh,
only
no. It's a
77
special
for
one
me.
where she has like a red outfit.
Oh, okay. Because I just kind of assumed I misheard you when you said 300, because I was looking at... Yeah, the figures that's 77,
The
so
one
that would make
that
sense.
costs like 300 is called DJ Sona.
Do.
Oh, hey, Social. Hi.
DJ Sona. Oh wait, she looks so cool.
Yeah. And that figure is expensive.
Figure.
I think it's a Funko Pop.
Oh, okay. Let me do that. Funko Pop. Oh wait, this is actually like the coolest looking Funko Pop.
Yeah, it looks really cool. That's
Yeah.
why I consider buying it.
You know, if you want to find it for real cheap, a Walmart near me selling it for 175.
Wow.
Isn't that such a good deal?
I don't even have that much in my bank account.
Same Z's. Also, hello, yes, Social. How's your day been? How's your evening going?
Yeah, we're just yapping.
Yeah,
Thank you for the intro.
doing our normal yap session. But anyways, back to the tattoo. So it's made me consider that the only tattoo I might ever consider getting is a shooting star to match that. Because I don't want to get anything like gaudy or like over or anything. Like again, I think it's cool on other people, but it's not something I want. But a shooting star, something that's like simple and clean.
Is
uh,
the way that you're making me feel tonight.
that's the way I'd want to go with it. So that was the cute
Yeah.
thing. And then the good thing is that I am free. I don't know how much I've talked about on here, but I've been editing a video for
Oh.
about 4 months now.
Oh.
I think I put about 75 hours into it across those months, and I am so thankful that it's over because it is the worst thing I've ever put that much effort into.
What do you mean?
So basically I'm trying to make like a backlog of videos to upload just so I can like stay on like a consistent schedule because it takes me a while to make it just because I have to like the job and the streams and everything to do besides that, so I can't like put out one of these because I want to upload once a week but I don't have enough time to make a video once a week, so I'm just kind of
No,
backlogging.
definitely not.
So I started working on this video. It's specifically of Silent Hill 1. And my lord, it's been a black hole of creativity and time and effort. And honestly, around the 40-hour mark, I was like, I don't think I can make this good. So-
Oh.
but then I was like, but I put so much effort into it already. I
It's the
kind of
Sunk Cost fallacy.
If you can't tell, that's happened to me a lot recently.
Yeah.
So I forced my way through it, but at the same time, I wasn't just gonna give up on it. Like I was trying to make it the best that I can. It's just that in this one, because I've edited a couple other videos that I obviously haven't posted yet, but again are going on the backlog so I can post them later. And again, this is by far the worst one because I do try to put as like 100% effort into all these things. So this video's taken twice as long as all of the other ones I've made, and it's probably not even half as good.
Did you
Because
at least enjoy making it?
no, not even for a second.
Ah.
Because again, it was just a black hole of creativity. Like everything that I was like, for all the other videos, I'm like, okay, here's like things I want to do with like this like footage, or like this point, or like here or here, and then I just the way like the footage like all came together because it's based off of like a let's play that I did. So like the way the footage all came together, there are like my usual scuffy technical issues that happened along the way of like the let's play itself, and those obviously carried over. So the main culprit was like the audio of the game being horrendously out of sync. So I had to spend the extra time either trying to correct it or downloading the cutscenes off of YouTube to play that audio over them instead. Just like having to do like a bunch of extra steps that I didn't have to do for the other ones, and I just wasn't sure how to do a lot with the footage that I had. Because one of my goals is to make an experience that even people who haven't watched or played the games can like understand what's happening. And with Silent Hill, that's very hard because the first, like, good chunk of the game's all cutscenes. Then it's no cutscenes for the middle chunk, which makes it so nice and easy. And then the last chunk is also all cutscenes. So if I want to create an experience that anyone can enjoy and understand, it means that the beginning and the end is just cutscenes. And I'm like, this isn't an entertaining video at this point. So I had
You should probably have played Silent Hill, the play novel, which is the visual novel for the GBA.
See, I've heard of that.
Because I told you.
Yeah, I think so. You told me, and I've also watched a video a few months ago that mentioned it.
The one from Nezumi BA, right?
No, it's by Sphere
Oh.
Hunter.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So I mean that's definitely an option at some point. I don't know how much better that would go, but so yeah, long story short, because I finished it last night and it got to the point it was trying to murder my PC.
You
Like
should have played the GBA one.
no, for sure. To be fair, this wasn't the game's fault that it was trying to murder my PC. It was Premiere Pro that was the culprit. Um, basically, because again, I'm doing this on like a old, not great PC. If you can't tell, that's why we don't play things that aren't visual novels or Undertale. It's because my PC can't handle that. So,
It's okay. My PC can't even handle OBS on itself.
yeah, but that's fair because your PC just actually
Needs a
died.
GPU.
Yeah, so that's fair. Um, Whereas when I bought this computer originally, I bought it, and the things I was asking the people at the store about were, is this good for playing video games and editing videos and running like those kinds of programs? And they're like, heck yeah. And it did great for the first like 5 years. And now
Sounds like my laptop.
it's crazy how technology just dies very quickly when you actually use it. But like there were like other like bits that I wanted to add in, like other jokes that I want to add in. But like when I was getting like the audio for it and trying to add it into the timeline, Premiere Pro would just come up with notifications, be like, "Hey, we can't do this. Get this out, please, no more." So I normally try.
It's gluten free.
Exactly, it's gluten free, and I was trying to just pump it full of gluten.
Sounds so weird out of context.
It does. I said it and then instantly went, I probably shouldn't say that. That's a weird thing to say.
If we had a quote bot, I will just put that there like instantly right now.
I keep forgetting to. I need to add that to my calendar of things to do. Hang on, let me do that really quick while we talk.
Yeah.
But like even like the ending, like normally I try to end it like here's like my experience with like the game, here's like a wind down after everything, and then like the video cuts like there with like some kind of like credits essentially. With this one, he was struggling so hard with this footage, which is so weird because it hasn't done that with other footage from like other things that I've made on this computer in the past like half year basically. It's just this one video it can't handle. But it's basically just, here's some doofy music that I already had on the timeline that I just copy and pasted with some text being like, yeah, my computer tried to join the pile of corpses of other computers. The video's over now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Get out of here. Go away. Bye-bye. Quotes. But I'm very thankful that it is over, because now I can start working on other things. The next things I'm going to be working on is some stuff for the Let's Play channel, which is going to be a nice, easy break, because it's literally just clipped it. Let's go! Let's go!
Thank you, Social.
Yeah,
for being
thank
a
you.
social mechanic.
You're literally living up to your name, and we appreciate you for that. But so yeah, it's just gonna be like some light stuff for the Let's Play channel, which is literally just gonna be cutting out a couple of snippets and then syncing the audio essentially. And then after that, I'm gonna be working on a Shadow Generations video and then a Sonic Generations video, which is gonna go by so quickly. I'm pretty sure it'll only take like 25 to 30 hours on each of those, so it's gonna be so much faster than this video.
Just some light work.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be some light, easy 30 hours of work. So I believe.
I feel like a Paper Mario video will work well, and I'm not saying that because I will be there. I'm saying it because it's a shorter game, being from the N64 and all.
Oh, I might need to move that up on the bracket then, because I've also been recommended, because I also shared these Silent Hill woes with Plastics, and they were like, hey, Little Nightmares, it's a pretty short game that everyone loves. So I was like,
Little Nightmares is short, yeah.
Yeah, and I have both the first and the second one, so I'm like, I might have to be getting to those sooner than I was expecting, because this one video took way too long, and it was not worth the effort. So I need some shorter things to make.
Yeah, when I said that I can beat Paper Mario in a single sitting, it takes me like 4 hours.
How long is it to be on average? Is it like a 6-7 hour long game that you can beat in like 4 hours kind of deal?
No, it's longer. Because I know where to go with everything, and I say 4 hours because I'm doing challenges, but in just playthrough trying to go fast, I'm sure that I will be faster. Paper Mario, callumtv.com is... It says 23 hours, but I assure you that it's shorter than that.
Have you ever considered that I am very bad at video games?
Yes.
Okay, so you did consider that part. Okay, okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying what how long to beat says.
Yeah.
I
Which
feel like at most it might take you 18 hours.
okay. And
Unless
like,
we jump for too long. But gameplay, that sounds about right.
yeah, when it actually comes to like making the videos out of it after like of actually cutting things down and everything, it would not be too bad. It sounds like. Granted, the thing with the Silent Hill one is Silent Hill is only like a 7-hour long game. It's just the
Aw.
I had no idea what to do with anything and things just weren't working. So it just took so much longer. Like I made a Spider-Man video that is the actual footage for it was like 3 hours longer than the Silent Hill video, but like that one only took 40 hours to make. So it was just under half the time for the Silent Hill video despite being longer in footage. So
That's actually crazy.
yeah, when I started this, that again, that's the reason I need to give myself such a wide video. I mean, a wide like cushion of videos is because.
By the way, you're live on YouTube and it says finishing the demo for. Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry. No, ignore me. I got confused.
No, I want to hear what you were thinking though.
No, it's just I thought you chose the wrong title.
Mhm,
Then I read it
mhm.
aloud and I was like, I'm stupid.
No, you're good.
Because my brain was like, wait, that's Undertale, even though Hono guy's on the thumbnail.
Listen,
Oh.
you've seen me read. You know that I have no room to judge anyone for doing the same things I do.
At least I caught myself in time and I'm laughing at it.
See, you caught yourself. That's the key thing. I never do. I need you or someone else to point out that I made the mistake to catch it.
But yeah, I was gonna mention that I have a video up on YouTube that is a Stardew Valley challenge. The footage was like almost 10 hours, and I trimmed it down to just be 17 minutes. It took me like 15 hours to edit, I think.
Which I do be envying that right now.
I mean, the edits are like super basic stuff, like just putting this section here and this section there, adding a voiceover, and some images on screen, and that's it.
Which, to be fair, that's probably like the smart way to go when you're like, especially when you're like small and just trying to get like your footing essentially, because you just don't have the time to spend to do the bigger edits. Like, again,
No, I have the time. I just don't have the motivation.
well, that's also a valid reason. You make what you want to make essentially.
Yeah, that's why I'm compiling so much useless Paper Mario trivia that people don't know about, and it's like, on one hand, I want to make a video on it. On the other hand, I don't want to edit it.
And that's like.
So I tried to convince other Paper Mario YouTubers to do it, and I'm like, I have the list ready. Do you want to make a video on it?
It's the editing, that's always gonna be
Yeah.
the thing, because like I do enjoy editing, but once I get to like spending over a month on one video, it's like I just want this to be done. I need to be free from this project so I can move on to a second one.
I'm sorry for the dogs on the background, by the way. This mic doesn't have really good like noise suppression filter.
Oh no, don't worry. You're okay. You're all good. But yeah, no, because like because I think I've told this story before, but I basically did a test screening for the Spider-Man video, and the reception was that it's really good, but it's crazy that I do this much editing for a channel that has like no subscribers, because I did take a film editing class in college, so I know a decent bit about editing. It is the one skill where I'm like, I feel like I'm okay at this, I'm decent now.
Why is my character moving so much if I'm not talking?
Because even like the little taps, like I don't know if you can. Oh, you can't hear it because you're not listening to the stream, obviously. But
I can hear it in your mic.
oh, you can hear it in my mic.
We're on ABC.
But yeah, there's like the little taps that are happening, and like that's being picked up as your voice.
I don't like this mic.
Especially since it
The
sounds since you said that you have to hold it, so it's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
the mic stand broke, so I hold it with one hand.
And you have to have like an incredible like high caliber mic to be able to hold it without that causing like any interference on it. Otherwise, your mic's going to be picking up like all of your movements, any kind of taps you do, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Also, my arm is tired.
Then we should probably move into talking about the rules
Yeah.
that we wanted to talk about, so then you can stop holding your mic.
I mean, it's all good. I'm used to this, but yeah, it's probably best if we get it out of the way now.
Yeah, especially since you did hurt your arm. So granted, you're probably not holding it with the
Oh,
arm that you
it's
hurt.
the other arm. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I realized that halfway through saying that they would be very silly if you were holding it with your injured arm. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, just really quickly, we did some looking about the rules, and we just wanted, and we talked about it a little bit, but I kind of want to reformat the rules just a little bit. A lot of the rules are going to be borderline the same thing. I just kind of changed the wording on some or most of them just to add more context, so then it's like easier to understand, and to give like more, again, I guess just more context to it, so then people like have a better understanding of like what I want from the rules. And we're also going to be enforcing them more, especially the 18 plus rule. It's a rule that's always been there, but we truly have not enforced it in any way. And I just think it is for the best that we do that, just so then like during streams like say like a Tithe and Blood or anything else, we're able to have mature conversations and sort of like a safe and comfortable environment for everyone. Because I don't want these streams to be a place where people come and are made uncomfortable by the way that people are talking about sensitive subject matter. So that's one of the big reasons we're doing it. And along with that, I don't want my community to essentially be like the streams themselves to be a place for people who come looking for minors, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because you don't want to look at the ban list. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah, and so with that becoming more of a pressing issue, enforcing the 18 plus rule is going to be something that we do strive to do, essentially. Because again, we haven't done it at all, but it is becoming more of an issue that we want to take care of. So that's pretty much all we had to say about the rules, unless you had anything else that you wanted to add.
Well, first to apologize for the inconvenience because we really should have enforced it from the beginning.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially like it should have been a thing from the very beginning. And like because again, the rules have always been there, but I've never really drawn too much attention to the rules. And again, I want to stress that this isn't anything like personal. It's just again for the safety and comfort of everyone involved. So yeah, we're going to start enforcing those rules more because again, I've never drawn attention to it. Like no one ever has to like accept the rules when they click on the chat, and I do want to like set that on the bots to have it be the thing that everyone has to look at the actual rules of the chat before doing anything. So,
Really sorry, Seal. Now that you just shut up.
26 minutes late. Wait, so this is going to be an 18 plus stream? Yeah, streams
All
going
streams.
forward are all going to be 18 plus. Cause yeah, for the before stated reasons. So
The rule has always been there. I didn't know until recently.
yeah, and I will take full, complete 100% responsibility for that. Because even in like the rules, because I did a little update to the formatting today, I can see how people could miss that looking at it because it was formatted slightly differently. And again, I've never once really talked about the rules because for the most part, obviously we have some people who come in and don't exactly follow the rules, but after like getting talked to like very briefly, they do start following the rules. So it's never really been something that I've stressed too much. But again, it is becoming more of an issue, specifically the 18 plus rule. So it's something that I want to start enforcing more of. So again, it's entirely my fault that I've never drawn any attention to the rules in any way.
Thank you for understanding, Seal. Thank you.
Yeah,
So much.
thank you so much for the understanding. I really appreciate that. especially again, I can't stress how bad I feel that it's like now becoming a thing months into me being back into streaming. So
Especially also after all the support that you've all given.
yeah, like I'm so grateful for all the support I've been given by everyone. I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am without it. So I am like super grateful for everyone.
And I don't know how to end this.
I think that's probably a good place to end it because again, I know I said I want to stress, but I do want to stress again, it is nothing personal. It is just, again, for the safety and comfort of everyone, whether it be, again, us discussing sensitive subject matter, and some people, like, otherwise they're being, like, disrespectful or, like, not understanding it, that kind of thing, or just, again, not becoming a place where people can come looking for minors, because that is a big concern of mine. I don't want this to be a place where that kind of stuff can happen. So I appreciate everyone's understanding. Again, thank everyone so much for their support. Is there anything else that you would like to add, Tracy?
No, I think you ended that nicely.
Awesome, awesome. Then yeah, I think with that being said, we can get into a Tithe and Blood. So
And I go back to the chat because it's best for the flow of the stream if you like read it.
yeah, I do agree. Also, so you
Otherwise, I'll
don't have
just
to hold your mic
my
anymore.
yeah, and I don't want to like just start yapping and then be like, oh yeah, we progressed 3 text boxes today.
In your defense, though, that's even how it happens, regardless of whoever is in the chat. You know, like,
Yeah, but at least there we go like by your flow and not mine.
you know what? That's fair. That's fair. So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me and helping me elaborate on that for everyone. I really
No
appreciate it.
worries.
So, thank
I'll
you.
stay in the chat like I'm not going away.
Yeah, naturally. Like I was about to say bye, but it's like bye, hello in chat. So I will see you over there.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Whip.
Yep. All right, yeah. With that being said, let's get on over into A Tithe and Blood. The goal for tonight, if you can't tell by the title and everything, it's our usual goal of can we finish this? And the answer is probably not. Most likely no, but I like to go for it. That is always going to be my goal when I put that in the title. And if I put it in the title enough, it'll work eventually, I'm sure. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go like that. There we go. Notification while Tracy has left the live stream. Yeah, I doubt we will. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. Also, I think with all the a wild Tracy has appeared and everything, I think I need to start like adding like the wild encounter music from like Red and Blue or something whenever you pop in or out of stream. I think that'd be a really funny idea. Also, is there any... Okay, there we go. There's the game audio. I was so scared. I was like, is there just like no game audio right now or what's going on? Let me go ahead and move us on over to the stream for the gaming stuff. Oh, A Tithe and Blood, you don't fit my borders. Hang on. Let me... Where's the frame? Let me post the link in the server real quick. Yes, please. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, hang on. Hang on. It's sort of fitting, kind of, sort of. It's like close enough. It's good. But also, we didn't really get to say hi, Seal, because you like popped in while we were talking about the rules. But how's your night been going? You have been having a good day? Ah, good water. Good water. Badoop badoop. Oh, I forgot what part we were at. Oh, we're gonna get we're gonna get to meet Shino tonight. Oh, that's so exciting. She is, as of right now, all posted. Thank you so much. Always appreciated. It's been all right. A bit tired though. What about you? Today, I'm not gonna go into the full story, but today's been a pretty freaking great day. My sister showed me the cutest tattoo ever. It's of a shooting star, because when we were little kids, we saw a meteor shower together. and it's one of our favorite days, the both of us. So she got a tattoo to kind of like symbolize that memory, and it was like the sweetest thing ever, and I almost cried. So it's been a pretty good day, all things considered. And last night I finished a big video that I've been working on forever, and it's out of the way. So all in all, things are going up right now. So yeah, it's been a pretty good time. Aw, yeah, exactly. It was so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. And again, the tattoo itself is also just really adorable, and I fell down the stairs. Yeah, which again, very thankful that you're okay. I do hope that like the days upcoming go a lot better for you. I hope that things like aren't like that anymore. No more falling down the stairs, please. But yeah, with that being said, let's get on into it. With the tape, whenever I say get on into it, I'm not trying to just be Philip DeFranco, but it's like it's just such a good saying to get into stuff. I'll try, Lamau. Thank you. I appreciate that. Was more of like me like putting it out in there into the universe to like help you in that way. You know what I mean? I'm not like really blaming you for falling down the stairs, because it just happens. Accidents happen. So yeah, that was me just more of like kind almost praying for your safety in a way. With the taste of coffee from the station lingering in my mouth, I idly watch. I hate coffee so much. I idly watch the scenery scroll by with weary eyes. Another day begins my daily routine now, so deeply ingrained that getting to the university requires little more than muscle memory. While I may want to visit Yasui again, practicing blood magic won't be possible until my body has some more time to recover. Until then, I've little choice but to live out another day in this world. I count it among my worst traits, but I've always had a tendency to eavesdrop. My attention drifts from one conversation between passengers to another, living vicariously through others without the bother of involvement in their lives. This might make me sound the coffee flavored Oreo or actually really good. I'll have to take your word for it because I've disliked coffee so much. I've never tried like. Also, I feel like I'm off centered. I've never tried like coffee flavored things because I'm like, if I don't like the taste of coffee, I'm probably not gonna like it in other things, you know? But this is probably gonna make me sound a little creepy. I love like when I'm out in public, I don't like seek this out, but like let's say it is like a situation like I'm on a bus or something. I have a big tendency to listen to other people's conversations because there's just something about seeing or like understand like trying to understand how like other people this is I'm realizing as I'm saying this is making me sound really weird. There's something interesting about trying to learn about how other people interact with each other. And so like it's not like I'm trying to eavesdrop on people, but it's like at the same time if I'm overhearing your conversation in a public space, what am I supposed to do about it kind of thing? So I tend to like tune in a bit to those because again I'm just curious like oh like let me see how like these people interact or like how these people interact, that kind of thing. I don't really like coffee either. It's just, it sucks because coffee looks and sounds like it should taste so good, especially when you give it like the little swirl when you're stirring it back up and like all the ice is clinking around in it, or like any of like the ones that just sound like chocolate or anything, like not chocolate, but like sound like milkshakes or sundaes, that type of thing. Like these should taste so good, but they just don't. That's not weird at all. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I do it all the time. It's kind of comforting in a way. No, it really is. I don't know. It's just like, because I don't think I've ever like really like put it that way when I'm describing to other people, but it is like an odd comfort of like just hearing other people like live their lives around you essentially. I don't know. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I count it as among my worst traits, but I've always had a tendency to. We read that part. Others seem to be in a good mood from overheard clips of conversation. One salaryman talks to another about looking forward to the end of the week, being a Friday. Schoolboys chat about their plans for the weekend and the new game they're into. My life may have stopped, but those of others have kept moving. Plucking my phone from my bag for a distraction, I begin to check various messaging apps to get across what I've missed. Plans are made and rumors spread while cute pictures and jokes are posted. While I might have tried to keep in contact with friends from previous schooling, we inevitably drifted apart without the connection of being classmates. These days, such morning browsing just covers the day's news and message board threads. of course, a lot of it can get easily overwhelming. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like if you're ever on like a bus where it's just like constant, just like people just going at like go. I almost said going at it, but just like too many people all at the same time. Especially because again, like my brain isn't like trying to purposely do it. It's just like clicks into what other people are saying, so it tries to take in what everyone is saying, and it very easily can become like overstimulating. It's funny. Wait, did I read this last part? Yes, I did. Okay. It's funny how different this is to Yasui's time. She couldn't. The screeching of the train's brakes puts an abrupt halt to my thoughts, people yelping in surprise at the unexpected shuddering. The stop is so sudden that I'd have fallen if not for putting a foot out before me. The momentary chaos had an end. I right myself and slip my phone back into my bag. Discontented passengers question and murmur as the train comes to a stop far from any station, soon quieting as a monotone voice from above echoes about the carriage. We apologize for the inconvenience. This train is currently stopped due to an accident on the line. The short, almost curt message only causes more consternation among the passengers. Others around me begin to quietly chat between themselves, some wondering if the train ahead of us broke down or if the bitter cold has caused line problems. Some wonder aloud if someone's died, the scandalous excitement of their whispers barely hidden. Seconds turn to minutes, the train showing no signs of moving for some time yet. The more impatient passengers pace about the aisle, though most settle into reading books or phones. With the heat inside only growing more stifling, I look out at the snow-covered world outside with some longing. As I do, a movement catches my eye from the tracks below. Catching a glimpse of blue, I realize I've seen something I shouldn't have. A man in light blue coveralls slowly makes his way along the gravel towards the front of the train, his face downcast. Dirtied gloves hold a large roll of blue tarpaulin under his right arm. I've seen that material in the news. There's only one reason it would be used here and now. Suddenly finding myself restless, I turn back towards the other passengers. All that faces me is a scene of mild discontent. Sorry, I apologize for that. At their mundane routine, disrupted, ignorant to the cause. Without anything to do with the knowledge I have, I simply take out my phone and begin to scroll through the news feeds once more. And so, one more passenger discontentedly waits for the routine to resume. Sound is something that can overwhelm me quite easily. Like Sunday mornings are a nightmare because there's the sound of the washing machines, the music my mom is listening to, the dogs barking, cars passing, sizzling of bacon on the pan, and then my mom tries to talk to me. Yeah, no. when when it's like again, like literally all of that stuff happening at the same time. Because a couple of those things happening at the same time is like at least I can handle it. But like when you really get into like it just being a constant stream of stuff all at once, it's like it's just too much. It's just too much. I just go back upstairs because it's too much to take, lol. See, for me, that's one of the reasons like I appreciate having like these big old headphones because I can just kind of put those on and it just kind of quiets out like the rest of the world. And I really appreciate it for like time like that. Also, the clock ticking and the fridge idling. I'm sensitive to sound, Lamau. Especially if it is like a constant thing like that. Like the washing machine, the clock ticking, and the fridge idling, along with like all the other things. Like if it's like a lot of constant streams of sound, I feel like at least for me, that's harder because at least if it's like irregular, like the dogs barking or people talking, it kind of gives my brain like a second to like kind of reset and be okay. Whereas if it's just like a consistent sound, you don't really get that. Mm. The day slowly draws to an end. My last daylight hours spent in the university library, as they often are. The desk where the elderly librarian once sat lies empty, her shawl left draped over the chair's back as a small, perhaps unintended tribute. Ever since she retired, the school had struggled to hire another. There was a time in my life I think it was between like 11 to 13 or 14, where every single day after school, um, I would go to the library and I would just spend all day there. Like, obviously, not like literally every day, but like most days of the week, I would be there working on either like homework or like drawing or just reading. That's actually where my manga obsession started. So you can think about it as like a tiny microcosm of because I spent so much of the time at the library, I discovered what manga was, went, whoa, this is awesome. And then that spiraled out into me being here, being a VTuber. You worked out at the library? Yeah, do you not? I just started like popping squats and stuff like that. No, I meant to say like I was working on like homework and stuff. I just kind of went there and hung out. So it was just mostly like I just enjoyed it. I really liked being at the library, so I was just always there. If it's a lot of like three sounds, I can handle it, but a lot of seven is too much stim. Yeah, no, for sure. Once it gets to like that point, it's just like, please, can one of these things end? That's why like I can handle a small amount of conversations happening at the same time and be able to like comprehend all of what's going on with them. But once it does become like a bus full of people, I'm like, okay, this is too much. The two of us had shared a silent agreement. I often remained in the library long past closing time, allowed to study while providing quiet company to the old lady as she worked to close up for the day. I enjoyed our quiet coexistence, free from expectations of more. Look at Shino. Oh, she's the best girl. she's she's just fun. I really like her. Again, as of right now, she's my best girl. A book. Oh, sorry, my watch was just buzzing at me. A book sliding into place on a shelf ahead rouses me from my reverie. The new librarian busily working away. I just realized, because of the notifications I just received, I haven't tweeted out that we're live right now. I should do that. I'm so bad and inconsistent at that. Let me just really quickly do that. Um, but no, I think I talked about it during like the Bellflower Relay. But I think if I was ever to like cosplay as a Studio Lawn character, it would definitely be Shino. I just love her style so freaking much. Either her or Kyauru, just because, which I hope is how you pronounce the name. I'm so bad with names. Um, because she's so cool. Her fit is just cool. So she would they those are the two that I would want to do the most. Mostly because I don't think I'd look good in most of what the other characters wear, you know? Like as much as I wish I could pull off like a Juliet, that's not happening. I can't do that. Um do, 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 do. Finishing a Tithe in Blood demo. Hang on. Other emoji. I do love that emojis are just right click and then you just click on emoji. Brown hair, check. Ponytail, check. Bitch face, not check, but close enough. Welcome back, Haley. Haley is also a good one. I think I could pull that off pretty well. So cool, so epic. Hang on. Seal, have you can I bring this over really quick? Gosh, I'm getting so sidetracked, but that's okay. I want to show off the other character I'm talking about just in case you aren't aware. Um, okay, so that's one of the pictures. Hang on. I wanted to bring up the other one really quick. The official in-game art. Oh, there we go. Where is it? Where did... Hello? Art. It says it's on. It's just not here. Hang on. I can fix this. Yes, remove. Plus. Do image. Where? I don't know why that's not working. Anyways, I'm just gonna pull it up. I can fix her. No, I want her to ruin me. Do 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 do. Where is she? Is it that one? There she is. She's so freaking cool. Look at her. Oh my gosh. And again, it's a style that I think I could pull off pretty well. Because I listen, when it comes to I can fix her, I'm more of like a no, I love her for who she is, you know? Not for what she could be. That kind of mentality. No way. What's the no way part too? Which part? Which part? Is it just how cool and rad she is? Right, right. All right, there we go. Um, Let me get the YouTube link. She's kind of adorable. No, that's the thing. She's so cool, but so cute at the same time. She's like the perfect blend. So yeah, we haven't actually like met her in game, and I guess slight spoiler alert, she's not in this demo, but she's already borderline my favorite. So let me YouTube, could you load faster? Oh dear lord, I just got jump scared by a person cosplaying as Steve from Minecraft, but like not the movie, like the actual the game, and they actually had like the block head and everything. You, shut up me. I don't want to hear my voice. Copy. There we go. Badonk. Badonk. And tweeted. Let me just copy and paste to Blue Sky. Except for sorry, it does the I hate the thing it does with YouTube links where it'll turn it into like, oh, it worked here. Because normally it doesn't actually like copy over that well. There we go. Okay, we're all good. We can actually get back into playing the game now. I need to start setting reminders for myself. Oh, wait, hang on. I am Steve. Anyhow, I'll be right back. Okay, we'll be right here, Seal. Have a great time with whatever you're doing. Oh shoot, what did I miss? Not much. We just met. Well, to be fair, we did meet Shino, best girl. And then I just wanted to show off Kaoru for everyone who hadn't seen her before. Anyways, let's get her off screen. And then I also need to take a pause to tweet out everything. So, because I realized I didn't do that. I need to start setting like reminders to myself to actually do that. But yeah, so not too much has happened. One Shino Kikuchi, according to the email which introduced the newest member of the staff. Only hired in the last month, she's a stark difference from her elder in so many ways, not the least of which being her age. If I had to guess, she'd be in her early 20s at most. At least one thing is like between them. She, too, lets me stay well into the evenings. Perhaps the old librarian passed a note to her. I'm thankful in any case. I hate being an imposition, but the school provides a far better environment for studying, given the solitude and loneliness of my faraway home. Looking back down to the book before me, a mundane bit of research material for my course, the words begin to dance as I try to read. The more I try to focus on the passages, the more my thoughts skate away. The same happened with lectures throughout the day. One shudder or another in those last moments before the train stopped was what a human's life ending feels like. In that instant, their wanderings in this world ended. Yet I have no other to tell. The same goes for the bandages running up my arm. They serve as an ever-present reminder of how little I have in common with anyone around me. I also love Shino's voice. When I was doing the audio test for getting the special announcement stream ready, I went into her voice, and I just kept using her voice to like test the audio, making sure everything was balanced correctly, because I'm like, oh, her voice is just so cute. I should have said this a while ago, but thanks for the company. The unexpected voice from the shelves ahead makes my head jerk upwards. I hadn't realized how rattled I've been from the morning's experiences, my heart only now returning to its normal pace now that I have a distraction. Like so many others, the woman wears a smile so easily. I can't help but muse how odd she looks for a librarian. From athletic clothing to how every movement belies a barely suppressed energy.
私こそ長居させてくれてありがとう。
Thank you for letting me stay. Evidently bored of her menial work and shelving books, Shino takes my reply as an invitation to have a proper conversation. Setting down the book in her hand, she comes over and spins a chair about, sitting herself sideways in a rather inelegant way. While the relationship between Yasue and I may have certain push and pull as we feel out each other's boundaries, Shino has no such concerns. Even now, her bright eyes move from me to the textbook in my hands, happily seizing on an opening to get closer to me.
イタリア語を読めるの？すごいじゃん。私も言語はいくつか知ってるよ。世界とつながってるって感じがするよね。
You can read Italian? That's cool. I know a few languages too. That's the way the world is these days, right?
そうかも。私は単位のためだけど。
I guess so. I need it for my degree. So she wants to chat. That, too, is the difference between Shino and the previous librarian. One I like rather less. Something throws me off about her. All the more so now that we're close. I can't quite put my fingers on it, though, making me feel bad once again for being so distrustful towards someone so friendly. I thought her notification was a notification for me. Also, can you guys hear the game? All right, I feel like I didn't double check the audio because I have it at what we normally have. No, it does not look like it's picking up at all. Hang on. Let me put it at the proper levels. Yeah, because I had it at what we have Undertale set to. There we go. Now you guys can actually hear. Let's go. As if in answer to my want to end the conversation, a playful ping resounds from Shino's pocket. Her hand dives into her pocket, quickly retrieving her phone to examine the message. Her face lights up as she starts reading. The woman looking like a child given a new toy as she begins scrolling something or another with her full attention. I don't particularly mind. We all have our appointments and such. A minute or so later, she fumbles with the on-screen Kana keyboard, slowly dragging her thumb across the grid to carefully type in her reply. Noticing my slightly baffled staring upon sending her message, she gives a grin.
こういうのって本当にすごいよね。一昔前はただのチャットスペースだったのに、今じゃサイバースペース全部がポケットの中に収まるんだもん。世界中の誰とでも簡単につながれるし、図書館の蔵書も丸ごと収容できちゃう。
These things are pretty cool, aren't they? They might have just been for chatting before, but now it's all of cyberspace right in your pocket. The modern world's amazing. You can talk to anyone in the world so easily or read an entire library. What an antiquated way of speaking. I've never heard cyberspace used by anyone, at least not without a thick sense of irony. Without intending to, I let my confusion show on my face.
あれ、なんか変なこと言ったかな？
Did I say something wrong?
うん、別に。ただ、最近はみんなスマホに慣れてると思ってたから。
No, not at all. It's just... I thought everyone was used to phones these days. She quickly puts her phone away into a pocket and takes to her feet once more, slightly embarrassed for my picking up on it.
ああ、それはなんていうか。
God, I'm so glad it was asked about in the announcement stream during the Q&A, but I love all the little things that A Tithe and Blood is doing to make everything feel like more dynamic. Like I've never seen in another visual novel be like, all right, here's like a black and out silhouette of the main character in front of the text box to help create like more of like a depth of view, you know? Like that's so cool. And again, it's not just like there's a lot of things that like this game has done to add again like depth of view or like movement or like liveliness to things, and it's like I love seeing it. I've seen it in Project Sakai, but that's about it. That sounds so familiar. I'm sure you've told me about it before. Project Sakai. Oh no, it's just because it's the Hatsune Miku thing. I understand. That's why I've heard of it before. Because it's huge, and I probably should have remembered it. But it is insanely cool regardless. Yeah, because, like, again, it's not just like this. Like, there's a lot of it in, like, Sapporo, again, with, like, the way that, like, the portraits move around or flip, and with all of, like, the shadow people in the background that are also, like, moving, quote-unquote, moving as, like, a crowd and everything. Like, there's a lot, like, to that this game has done to make it feel more alive, and I love it. Well, how should I put this?
私はほら田舎育ちだからこういうのを使うようになったのってつい最近のことでさコンピューターとかスマホとかまだ慣れてなくて
I grew up in the country, so it's only recently that I've been able to try things like this. Computers and smartphones are all new to me, really. I suppose being a country bumpkin would explain it, though I thought even the most remote corners of Japan would at least have the cheaper smartphones around by now. If someone like Shino finds phones so exciting, maybe Yasui will too. Getting any signal for internet access is obviously a non-starter, though.
じゃあどうして都会に来たの
What made you come to the city, then?
一言で言えば冒険かないろんな仕事を転々としてその時々に興味があることをやってる
Adventure, in a word. I tend to drift between jobs, taking on whatever's interesting.
ここの仕事も次が見つかるまでのつなぎってことどれくらいいるの
So this is just temporary for you? How long are you staying? She gives a simple shrug.
飽きるまでかな
Until I get bored of this one, I guess. What an odd attitude. I'd vaguely heard of people who drift from job to job as their whims take them, but this is my first time meeting someone like that. I'd be lying if I said I weren't a little envious of her approach to things.
それって大変じゃない
Isn't that hard?
別に心のありようさえずれてなければ生きるのはぐんと楽になるよ
Nah, long as you have the right attitude, life gets a lot easier.
生き方を決めるのって大事だと思うな私はいつもどんなに些細なことでも世の中を正したいって思ってるそれさえ忘れなきゃ今目の前で起きてることなんて大した問題じゃない
You have to dedicate yourself to something along the way, I think. Even if it's something small, I always try to set things right in the world. If I can keep myself to thinking that what's going on at any one time isn't a big deal. Her words are said with such innocent naivety that I'm thrown off by the strange woman before me. It's not that I disbelieve that a drive to accomplish something is good, but more that it's hard to believe someone when they so earnestly cling to it. Practically anything I've gotten myself into of late would be problematic to actually discuss with someone else, leaving me with nothing to continue the conversation. Thus, the distance between myself and others grows that little bit more. That isn't to say the carefree librarian is wrong, though. If there's any cause, any single thing I can believe in, it's freeing Yasui from this sealed world. She of all people doesn't deserve that fate, and I alone have the knowledge to even find her. Prompted by the thought of Yasui, my mind soon begins wandering of its own accord. If Shino wants to talk, I might as well try to get something useful out of her.
魔術師のこと何か知ってる
I was wondering, do you know anything about mages?
急に話題が変わったね
That's quite the change in topic.
ついこの前医者をやってる魔術師の記事を読んだのそれでちょっと気になって
I saw a news article about a mage who works as a doctor a few days ago. It just made me curious. That's not entirely a lie. The odd news article or documentary about mages catches my eyes these days, now that I know one. Shino shifts about, discomforted by the subject. She quickly tries to paper over her reaction upon realizing I've noticed.
気になる存在ではあるよね珍しいから実際に魔術を使っているところなんてなかなかお目にかかれないし
There's something about the way that the Shino is reacting to this change of subject that makes me think, is she secretly a mage? For whatever reason, she's keeping it a secret. I don't know. They're an interesting lot, aren't they? There's so few around that you rarely get to see magic actually being used.
それもそうだけど、全く違う人生を歩んできた人がすぐそばにいるのに、誰もそれに気づかないって不思議だなって、そう思わない？
It's more that it's weird how people so different could be right beside us. That their experiences are so different, but nobody could tell. Do you think so? Is she, you know? I think that might be what they were implying instead. So, you never know. You never know. But regardless of what Shino's implying, I think with this line, it's more that it's weird how people so different could be right beside us. That like this whole line right here, I'm like, it'd be so funny if it's just revealed that she does have some kind of secret like that. Just to add to like the scene.
平均的な魔術師は普通の人とあまり変わらない。なのに魔術に不信感を持たれちゃうのは残念だよね。この町の魔術師は目立たないようにしてるみたいだけど。
Your average mage isn't much different to a regular person, you know? It's sad how people are so distrustful in magic. I suppose they do keep their heads down here, though.
それに力の強い魔術師となれば話は別じゃない？ヨーロッパだともっと堂々と暮らしてるみたいだし、古くから続く血統の魔術師は城を持ってることもある。自然の法則を破れるなら政府が手出しできる相手じゃないしね。
Especially because she just looks so uncomfortable about this whole conversation topic. Besides, powerful mages are something else, right? In Europe, they live way more openly in some kind of clock tower, and they have ancient bloodlines who own whole palaces. What government would try to police you if you could break the laws of nature on a whim?
だからこそみんな魔術師に対して慎重になるんだろうね。異質なものを恐れるのは人の常だもん。
I suppose that's why people get so cautious around mages, though. People fear what's different. I can only imagine how powerful a mage must have been to seal away a whole portion of the world. The entirety of Old Sapporo and its people, carved away from reality and lingering for an eternity. How anyone there hasn't gone mad is beyond me. Shino's earnestness is no less visible on this topic than the last. Her angst over people's dislike of mages is quite clear. She hardly seems the type to hide her feelings, earning her some degree of trust, even if I do dislike her nosiness. That's so rude. I rather like her nosiness. Realizing the time is getting on as the sun begins to set further, I file away Shino as a potential source of information as they get up and slide the book into my bag.
もう帰るの？
Heading home?
疲れすぎないうちに帰らなきゃ。今日も長居させてくれてありがとう。
I should head back before I get too tired. Thank you again for letting me stay so long.
いつでも大歓迎。広い図書館で一人きり、延々と本を片付け続けるだけなんて寂しいもん。
My pleasure. Endlessly stacking books in this big building all by myself gets lonely. With that, I give an appreciative nod before pulling my coat from the seat and slinging it over my shoulder, my bag following before I start shuffling out of the library. It wasn't a lie that I needed to head back before I got too tired, but the reason goes unsaid. Tonight, I'll renew my efforts on studying my other reading material. If I'm to devote myself to some cause or another, then that cause will be something only I can do. My concerns already begin to feel fleeting as I focus myself on the task ahead. I'm realizing glasses don't fit my scuffed style, Lamau. Hey, if you want, you could do take the glasses off and have it be very squinty-eyed, being like, I can't see. That kind of look, that could work. See, but I do Glasses are just kind of pain in general, I'm not gonna lie. One of my biggest regrets in life is needing them, so then whenever I do draw myself, it's like, but that means I need to draw the glasses. For now, my purpose in life will be freeing Yasui from her gilded cage. For now, my purpose in life... I just read that part. I clicked it, and then nothing happened, so I reread it. I already draw eyes as dots, though. You could draw them as just, like, two lines instead of dots. I don't know how I think that would probably look not the best, but it could be an option. Again, I'm just throwing out ideas, though, you know? Trying to get the mind thinking about it. Act 1, Scene 3. A different time. Oh, this part's so good. A sword and spear ring out as they clash, voices bellowing and men falling as their vibrant clothes swirl about in the violence. No less vivid are the heartfelt expressions from the deepest fury to the most devastating anguish. From my seat in the audience, I watch on silently with rapt fascination. Chushingura, the treasury of loyal retainers. I think that's how you pronounce that word. A tale of 47 ronin and their quest to avenge their master, caught between loyalty to their lord and duty to the shogunate. The story reaches its bloody conclusion. The villain cut down and their lord speared at peace. For going against the shogun, however, all will sacrifice themselves for their deeds. It's a stirring performance, the actors' heartfelt cries and gestures feeling more visceral than any picture on a screen. Like most my age, I thought theater a little old-fashioned, obsoleted by movies and TV shows. How wrong I was. The crowd's applause, joined by my own, echoes about as the heavy curtain draws across the stage, another fine work coming to an end. The play is apparently frequently performed here, being very popular in its time and a favorite of Yasui. See, and I feel personally attacked by her being like, I thought that theater was obsolete and yada yada yada. Because I was in theater, and I was actually going through my closet today, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I have a second external hard drive because my computer's running out of space. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have a second one lying around here somewhere that I can use. So I was looking through my closet doing that, and I found all of my old play shirts, all of my stuff from being in theater. And I was also like, I also found like some throat. Thank you. I found some shirts from like the plays I've been to see and everything, and just like reflecting on the good times. And then I come here just to be attacked. Review Starlight is about theater kids. Okay, so then I'm gonna relate. I'll be able to be like, I relate to that part whenever anything happens. It's gonna be great. I honestly can't wait to watch it with you though, just so I can actually like fully understand, you know? Because I feel like when you watch like someone's favorite show with them, it's like, okay, I feel like I understand you a little bit better now. It's no wonder either. This is a heartfelt tale of honor in an era in search of a cause. In the tumultuous upheaval of a feudal society becoming a modern imperial power, it's inevitable that many would remember a simpler, somewhat fictional past. Shushingura even resonates with someone like me. It isn't that honor doesn't exist anymore in my own time, albeit in a different form, but that it's distant, something you only hear about on the news. The curtains soon withdraw once more, slowly revealing the performers and their director. Yasui stands at the center of the stage, bowing with so many men flanking her. Some are sturdy while others are slender, some elegant and others brutish. All natures and appearances are represented, each having given their all in the grand play. Yet not one of the actors was human. Another round of applause ensues from the crowd, who are no less delighted by the illusion than the performance itself. Of course I'm among them. No matter how many times I see it, Yasui's magic still amazes me. With little to occupy myself with following the play, and little desire to intrude in the lives of others, I quietly wait for Yasui outside the large venue, a task made easier by the cool night air. Life goes by slowly here. That contrast is one of the most jarring things about our two worlds. Even the most patient modern people have a sense of urgency about them. They're always thinking of things they need to do, people to meet, and news to read. Here, the old man urging his horse on simply pines for a meal and bath, his day's work over. I can't imagine stuff like merchants and stuff, like anyone who needs like transport stuff has like any like good work to do. Cause as far as I understand it, it's literally just this town and like the forest surrounding them. So it's like, where do they get their export? Because you can like argue that, like, say like for farmers, like, oh yeah, you just use like the nearby fields, like that kind of thing, and that's how like they keep fed and everything like that. But for any like want people again who like need to like use their horses to like draw like wagons or something like that, it's like, where are you going? Where are you coming from? As Yasui finally leaves the venue, I call out to her. The way her shoulders relax a little when she sees me waiting doesn't go missed. I trust you enjoyed the show?
ええ、とても。普段歌舞伎や舞台なんて無縁の生活だけど、それでも感動したよ。
Of course, I don't get to see Kabuki much, and definitely nothing like that. Yasui gives an indulgent smile at the praise. The two of us start on our way down the street. It's hard to believe that the road we walk is the very same one I've so often visited downtown. The street layout uncannily familiar. Even as we walk, the odd passerby gives an appreciative bow or word of thanks to Yasui. Her response each time is a humble, almost shy bow. Yasui must be one of those grand mages Shino mentioned, yet she herself never mentioned how powerful she was. Far from finding herself flustered by those around us, she instead turns to me for conversation.
一つ聞きたいことがあるの。現代でもまだ歌舞伎は人気があるのかしら？私の劇場はまだ残っていて。
I did have one question about the modern world. Is Kabuki still enjoyed? Do you know if my venue is still there? Based on how Honoka was talking about it, probably not. I felt a little pained by her clear hope for a different answer than I can give. In a world of movies, phones, and streaming, theater is largely relegated to the more culturally refined. Check Discord? Very well. You're so monochrome. that do be the style I'm going for. See? And the little squinty-eyed look is so cute. That works so well. Do you mind if I show these off really quick? Just so the other people here can see what we're talking about? Because if not, that's so obviously fine. I just want to double check with you first before we do anything. By all means, Lamau, sweet. Let's go ahead and save that. DB. There we go. I'll turn it into a reactive PNG later. Wait, that'd be so funny. That'd be so good. Especially if you used it. So someone just pops in and there's just two of me on stream. DB non-squint. There we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, let me pull those up on the stream really quick. Plus. Image. Hang on, hang on. It shouldn't be. Okay, there it is. Here's one of them. Also, I'm gonna turn off the. I'm gonna not turn off the game, but I'm gonna hide the game really. Wait, why didn't that work? Why didn't turning that off not work? Hang on, there we go. Just so that people can see it better. Mostly for whenever I streamed, or if you were to play a more resourceful intensive game. That honestly, that's a good idea. That's a smart move. There we go. Let me just put it right there while I pull up the other one. DB. There we go. I named these horribly. I misclicked a lot, so that's fine. There we go. There's the little squinty-eyed version, because I can't see. Because I don't have my glasses. They're so cute. Oh, I do love them. Thank you so much for doing those, Tracy. They're awesome. Stepped away for a sec. Hope you didn't reply to my message, lol. I mean, I kind of did. I just kind of said, like, oh yeah, no, that makes, like, so much sense. Like, when you're able to get back to streaming, it would make sense to use these ones, you know? And then, yeah, no, if ever the time comes when I'm like, you know what, I finally need to bite the bullet and start playing more resourceful, intensive games, these would be a lifesaver, so... Badoop. The badoop. Let's just go ahead and go like... There we go. There we go. They are now gone. Gone into the wind. But yeah, no, thank you again so much for making those. They're so cute. Modernity continued unquestioned. Her theater is little more than a small plaque in the real world. One of many minor landmark commuters unknowingly walk by every day. Were it not for Yasui's interest in the topic, I wouldn't have noticed the unremarkable sign myself. Said plaque never mentioned Yasui, though. Odd for someone who seems to have practically created the venue's reputation.
今はいろんなエンタ娯楽があるから劇場に通ってるのは年配の方が多いかな。
People have a lot of entertainment available to them these days, so it's usually the older generations who still attend. That's probably like the nicest way to put it, for sure. Also, I still feel so off-centered. I need to find a better balance with this. Hang on. Do you? There. That feels a little bit better. That feels a little bit better. There we go. I'll defo need ideas for the expression of talking, muted, and deafened, though. You can go wild with poses and gestures since it's quick to draw. Oh, thank you so much for that, because that sounds like it'd be a fun little day to do, just like working out all the poses for everything. Yeah, whether it be like talking or muted or everything like that. That'd be a lot of fun to do.
でも本州だとまだ観客は多い方。札幌は本州ほどじゃないけど、アマチュアのって素人上がりの人たちの歌舞伎が時々上演されてる。
Theater still has a good audience on the mainland, though. Not so much around Sapporo, but amateur kabuki is still performed here every so often. Oh, I try to put as positive a spin on it as I can, but the slight clouding to her expression is enough to see I failed. It's difficult to communicate just how much she's missed in over 100 years, much of it harrowing and depressing. Trying to move the topic to more palatable grounds, I speak first.
ねえ、いろんな魔術を使えるのに、どうして歌舞伎に使おうと思ったの？
With all your magic, what drew you to use it for kabuki?
魔術師というのはね、時々妙なことをしたがるものなの。私たちの本質は普通の社会ではあまり受け入れられないものだから、関わりを持たずに生きているうちに変容していく。でも皆が私の術に目を輝かせているのを見て、歌舞伎を生りにしようと心に決めたの。
Mages are often a little eccentric. Our nature tends towards that which normal society doesn't understand, that isolation changing us. When I saw how delighted people were with what I conjured, I decided then and there to keep doing this for a living.
妹にも普通の人々と関わっていきたいという思いがあればよかったのに。
If only my sister had the same desire to remain rooted with common people. She had never mentioned she had a sister. Even now her words are more mumbled to herself than directed towards me.
魔術師ってあんまりいなさそう。私、あなたに会うまで一人も知らなかった。
There don't seem to be many mages around. I'd never seen one before meeting you.
札幌のことしかわからないけれど、そうね。区内に数十人いるかどうかというところかしら。ほとんどは力を隠して過ごしているか、人里離れた場所でひっそりと暮らしているから、正確な数はわからないの。
I can only speak for Sapporo, but I guess that there are only about a few dozen maybe within the city. It's difficult to know for sure because many hide their powers or live away from common people as hermits.
自分の力に気づいていない人がいる可能性は？
Maybe they don't know about their power? Yasui gives a reflexive snort at the idea, the crude amusement at odds with her otherwise calm and collected nature. She soon answers my confused reaction.
それは考えられないわ。視力に気づいていないも同然だもの。魔術師が自分の魔術の感覚に気づかないなんてありえないことよ。
That would be as impossible as forgetting you could see. No mage could simply forget their sense of magic.
あ、そうなんだ。ごめん、私本当に何も知らなくて。
I see. Sorry, I really don't know much of anything about this.
そうでしょうね。でもあなたはこの閉ざされた世界をやすやすと行き来しているようね。
You say that, but you seem to leave the sealed world quite easily. I think to myself about how to communicate such a thing, ending up with another clumsy analogy just as Yasui had used.
一言で言えば石を握ってるような感覚かな。手を離すだけ。だから元の世界に戻るのは簡単。
If I had to put it one way, it feels like I realized I just started doing the voice I'd been doing for Yasui. If I had to put it one way, it feels like holding a rock. Letting go, returning to my normal world, is easy.
でもこっちの世界に来るのは地面にある石を浮かせるような感じ。今は確実にできるけど、やっぱりまだ実感は湧かない。
On the other hand, getting here is like making a rock on the ground float up into my hand. Even though I can do this reliably now, it still feels surreal.
って言えば分かってもらえるかな。
Does that make any sense?
ええ、実に理にかなっているわね。私も魔術について聞かれたらそう説明すると思う。
That makes altogether too much sense, actually. I couldn't have described magic any better myself. With this, she emphasizes her point by conjuring a fan into her hand.
魔術は物理法則に反するもの。私たちは現実を否定しているわけだから、現実は何であれ、魔術を使われることに反作用を生じさせる。
Magic doesn't fit the laws of physics. We're denying reality, and so reality works against whatever magic is being used.
だから魔術の効果を維持させるには力を込め続けなくてはならないの。ほのかの言葉を借りれば、石を浮かべておくにはしっかり握っておくというところでしょうね。
Therefore, maintaining anything magical takes active effort. To use your words, to keep a rock in the air, you have to hold on to it.
そして手を緩めると。
Simply let your hand loose, and... With that, her fan dematerializes in a moment.
石が地面に落ちる。
It drops to the ground.
もしかしたらほのかは自分で思っているよりも魔術のことをよく分かっているのかもしれないわね。
Perhaps you're not as ignorant to our ways as you think.
そんなまだまだ知らなきゃいけないことだらけだよ。私質問してばかりだよね。嫌ならごめん。
I still need to learn more about all this. Sorry if you don't like me questioning you all the time.
とんでもない。あなたの好奇心は素敵よ。お友達に聞いたことは？
On the contrary, I actually rather like that sense of curiosity you have about you. Have you tried asking your friends about them?
友達なんていないよ。誰かと仲良くなれる性格でもないし。
I don't have friends to ask. I'm not really the type.
あら、私にはそうは思えないけれど。
You seemed rather approachable to me.
実はね、この世界に来るのがわざと年だけを積んで すっかり傲慢になった年寄りの魔術師だったらどうしようかと心配していたの。
Here I was, worried whoever might arrive in this world would be some aloof old mage, grown haughty and arrogant from skill and age. She gives an earnest smile to show her sincerity. Maybe it's only our being forced together by these strange circumstances, but having the company of Yasui is something I'm grateful for all she accepts my questioning of her. Yasui never pries into my own affairs. Besides, everyone would seem approachable to her. So many walk up to Yasui in the streets, the powerful mage thinking nothing of speaking to them them as equals. It would be so easy to become aloof and arrogant with that kind of power. She's so easygoing and has so many skills and interests. In every way, Yasui's a far better person than I. Embroider... Tracy, kill that person! Get him! Sick him! Hang on, let me take a sip really quick. Thank you, Tracy. I was tabbed out, my bad. No, you're so good. You're fine. Don't worry about it. She's so easygoing and has so many skills and interests. In every way, Yasui's a far better person than I. How unfair it is that someone like her instead of me would be so cruelly sealed away. As we turn a corner, Yasui's soft voice speaks again.
もう一つ聞きたいことがあったの。どうして私を強い魔術師だと思ったの？比べられる魔術師の知り合いなんていないでしょ？
I did have one more question, actually. Where did you get the idea that I was powerful? You have nobody to compare me with, right?
大学の新しい師匠がおしゃべり好きだから魔術のこと聞いてみたの。自分が使うもののことは知っておきたいし。
The new librarian at my university wanted to chat with me, so I asked about magic. I thought I should know more about something I'm using.
まあ、大学生なのね。すごいわ。何を勉強しているのか聞いてもいいかしら？
Oh, you're in a university? That's wonderful. May I ask what you're studying? I'm a little taken aback by Yasui's excitement before remembering the context. University must have been rare to get into in her time, let alone for a woman.
人文学よ。主に文学ね。
Humanities, literature mainly.
あら、この世界が役に立ちそうだこと。
Well now, how useful that you found yourself in the past.
西洋文学。
I forgot about this part. Western literature. The pace of the conversation comes to a stop. Yasui left with an awkward smile. We almost find a common wavelength so often, only to miss by so little each time. Then again, if it hadn't been for my interest in European literature, I'd never have ordered that book on blood magic. I wouldn't have had the patience to slowly read through the handwritten pages either. My well-thumbed Italian dictionary at hand all the while.
ここで聞いた情報を使わせてもらうとしても、参考文献一覧にどう書けばいいの？友達から聞いた話とか？
What would I put as my bibliography? Even if I could use something I found here, a friend told me. What are your sources? Trust me.
あら、友達はいないんじゃなかったの？
I thought you said you didn't have any friends. That was a cheap rhetorical trap, and her teasing face shows she knows it. That said, I find myself rolling the idea around in my mind like a sweet. My source is that I made it the fuck up. That is, unironically, one of my favorite... I'm pretty sure that's not even like in the original game. I'm pretty sure that's like a fan dub kind of thing. And it is one of the greatest videos that the internet has ever produced. The thought suddenly comes to mind that I brought something along, thanks to chatting with Shino days earlier. My hand dives into my pocket to retrieve my phone, but before I can show it to her, a cheerful red packet slips and falls to the ground first. Yasui's curiosity takes control as she quickly scoops down and takes it in her hands.
これは
Choco. What's this?
あ、それ今まですっかり忘れちゃってた。チョコレートを持ってきたの。
Oh, I completely forgot about buying that. It's just some chocolate. Yasui hardly hears me, entirely captivated by the relic of my world as she turns the packet this way and that. She's probably unable to read the English branding and unused to modern packaging to begin with. Wait, oh, when I said Choco, you thought I said Shuckle? Only the goatest Pokemon ever. Did you know that Shuckle can actually do the most damage of any Pokemon? He can hit the damage cap, but blah, 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 blah. Anyways, it's a fandom, but it's awesome, lol. No, it's so good. Especially since it's so applicable to just life itself. Whenever you're arguing with someone and you know that they're just lying through their teeth to try and make a point, you're like, oh yeah, where'd you get that? Like, did you make the fuck up? It's like, yeah. Honestly, like that, I thought that was actually part of the game, so it was one of the main reasons I actually ended up buying it. I still haven't played it yet, but I have Metal Gear Revengeance. It's a little charming, actually. She's hardly shy about her bewilderment, instead happily playing with the foil edges and trying to make sense of the slogans and marketing.
チョコレート聞いたことがあるわ。確か東京で売られている薬だったかしら。それがとうとう北海道にも来たの？
Chocolate? I've heard about this. It's a medicine that's sold in Tokyo, so this has finally made it to Hokkaido then.
これは薬じゃなくてただの食べ物よ。お菓子って言えばいいかな。
Oh, it's not a medicine. It's just a food. A sweet, I guess. She's not making a secret of wanting to eat it, very visibly stopping herself from asking. I feel like a mother whose kid is begging at the store.
食べていいよ。高くないものだし。
You can have it. They're cheap. I'm a little startled by how quickly she begins to work on the wrapper, and how clumsily she rips it apart. It's easy to forget just how ingrained so many everyday things are to a modern person, like the specific ways packets are designed to open. No sooner does she take a mouthful of chocolate inside, than her face lights up in delight.
とっても甘いのね。
It's so sweet! She continues munching away, raising her free hand to poorly hide her chewing mouth.
現代には本当に素敵なものがたくさんあるのね。
Ah, the modern world has so many wonderful things. So Yasui has a sweet tooth. I wonder when sugary treats reach Hokkaido. She might have only ever had bean and rice-based confectionery. Sugar would be terribly sweet compared to anything she's had before. Pure and unadulterated joy and whimsy. No, for real. This is like such a cute little scene. I also can't imagine like how like a chocolate would taste to like someone who's like never had anything like sugary or anything like that. Like it genuinely a magical moment for her, I'm sure. As she savors the last few morsels from the packet, I reach in and take the phone from my pocket once more, usually having left it charging when I came here in the past. Yasui gulps down the last of her chocolate as I bring it up between us, her puzzled face reflecting off its shiny black screen. She jerks back a little in surprise as the screen lights up, eager to see what she makes of it. I unlock the phone and hand it over to her. She's so cute.
これは
What's this?
電話よ。
A phone.
電話
A phone, you say?
触っていいよ。この画面に触れたらいろんなことができるから。
Here, you can tap on the screen to do things. I give a couple of taps here and there to show opening an app and such, before Yasui gives it a try for herself. I don't think she quite understands it all, but her face lights up as she slowly gets the hang of it. As Yasui fiddles about, she manages to discover moving things by dragging them left and right, and opening controls by tapping completely by herself. I'm surprised she worked it out so quickly, but I suppose she's still just human. It's not like I understand how a phone really works, I just use it. Look at the determination on her face there for a second. What's this? As she lowers the phone for me to see, it appears Yasui's managed to open the camera app. The viewfinder currently pointed down at her feet.
最近の携帯電話はね、カメラとしても使えるの。ほら、このボタンを押せば写真を撮れるよ。
Mobile phones are also cameras these days. You can take photos by pressing this button. The idea seems to have stumped an already perplexed Yasui. I take the phone back to guide her through how the camera works, changing to the front camera and holding it up to show both of us on screen. It's admittedly a little clumsy. I've never been one for selfies, same, hashtag relatable, and keep trying to move the phone the wrong way to keep us in the shot. The look of sheer glee on Yasui's face when it all clicks for her, though, as seen on the screen before us, makes it all worth it. I can't help but smile at the absurdity of the situation as the two of us crowd into the swaying frame. With some difficulty, I somehow manage to somehow maneuver a finger onto the shutter button, finally taking the shot with a loud click. Bringing the phone down between us, I show Yasui the saved photo, her face leaning in close to take in every detail.
信じられないわ。色が鮮やかで、それにじっとしていなくてもいいのね。ねえ、どうしてこんなに早く現像できるの？
Incredible! Everything's so colorful and we didn't even have to stay still. How did it develop so fast?
それは説明するのがちょっと難しいかも。でも、携帯電話で撮った写真は現像しなくていいの。フィルムに写してるわけじゃないから。
It's probably a bit complicated to explain, but photos like this don't need to be developed. It's not going on to film. I'm so used to the digital era that the days of film cameras slipped my mind. As I replace the phone in my pocket, Yasui rights herself, but the excited energy from her new discovery still remains. I have to remind myself yet again that this woman's actually the older of us.
ありがとう、ほのか。こんなに長く本物の世界を感じたのは初めてよ。
Thank you,
今
Hona.
は
Ugh.
何という時代なの？
The last little bit of that text jump scared me. I didn't expect it. Thank you, Honoka. For the first time in so long, I feel like I have some connection to the real world of the... Which era is it now?
明治の後、大正、昭和、平成ときて、今は令和よ。
After the Meiji era, it went Taisho, Showa, Heisei, and now Reiwa.
令和、いい響きね。きっと素晴らしい暮らしを送っているんでしょうね。
Reiwa. How lovely a name. Those in your era must live an amazing life.
それに食べ物も。さっきのチョコレート、すごく美味しかったもの。
And the food as well. It's so nice. I hold my tongue, but it's all so ordinary to me that I hardly know such things day to day. To Yasui, though, this might as well be in another world entirely. Trapped in another world with my smartphone. Her childlike joy is quite charming. Feels nice to have helped her. However accidental it might have been, I wonder how long it's been since I have... I'm so wrapped up in my own feelings that it takes a moment to realize Yasui's attention has shifted back to me.
ほのかは笑っている方がいいわ。
A smile suits you. Oh, hell, Bennis. How's it going, Rue? How's your night been? How's your day been going? What's up? We're just here in the vain attempts of finishing this demo tonight. I think we got it though. I think we're on the right track. No, be not. Wait, no, be not Ben. Bennis? Wait, what? What do you mean by that one? Sorry, I'm a little slow. Be nice? Oh, the Ben is not. The Ben is not. I give up. No, I think I get what you're trying to say now. So you're all good. I get you. I get you. But yeah, no. How's it going? How's it hanging? In a moment, my face collapses. It's not that I hate her well-meaning compliment, but somehow it doesn't feel right to smile, not after everything that's happened.
安江はどうしていつも笑っていられるの？閉じ込められた後でさえも。
It's okay, I think. Well, I'm glad that it's going well enough that you think it's okay. That's good to hear, though, right? Right? I take that as a good thing. I don't know how you smile so easily, especially after being sealed away.
だってもう100年以上経ったのよ。年も人々もこの世界も何一つ変わらないまま。昔はこんな風じゃなかったのよ。一番辛かったのはこの世界から抜け出そうとしていた頃でしょうね。失敗するたびに愛する人たちと過ごせる時間が失われていくのを感じていたから。
It's been over 100 years now. My age, the people, this world, everything unchanging. It wasn't always like this. The worst of my time here was the period I entertained escape. That every moment I failed to find a way out was a moment in the company of loved ones that I lost.
でもどうして年を取らないの？ちっとも年を取ってるように見えない。
How have you lived for so long, though? You don't look old at all.
あら、ありがとう。
Why, thank you.
魔術師の中でも特に力の強い者は自分の魔術で老化を遅らせることができるの。普通の人の3倍。いえ、それ以上に長生きする人もいるわ。
Mages, powerful ones anyway, can tap a little of their magic to slow their aging. It's not unusual for some to live perhaps triple a normal lifespan or even more.
あっさりと諦めることもできたけれど、私は。
I could have taken the easy way out and not done so, but...
ここで死ぬわけにはいかなかった。あの子が私をさまよわせるべく作ったこの牢獄で死ぬわけにはいかなかったのよ。
I couldn't let
あ
my...
の子への
Oh,
復讐は
sorry, also, we didn't mean to interrupt.
私の最後の劇になっていたでしょうね。あの子がまだ生きているならだけれど。
I couldn't let myself die here, not in the prison she set me to wander. My revenge on her would have been my final play, if only she still lived. For the first time, I catch a glimpse of something darker in her. Without thinking, I take a step back, my chest tightening at the change from her otherwise gentle nature. The cheerful red packet crumpling up in her tightening hand reminds her of the here and now. Yasui forcing the thoughts from her mind given my presence. It's only natural to hate anyone who did such a thing to her, but I didn't know she had such anger bottled up.
ほのかには関係のない話よね。この話はここまでにしましょう。
That isn't your concern, though. Let's end talk of that matter.
そういえば、ほのかの世界は随分と様変わりしているようね。おズボンが一般的なのかしら？
I see much has changed in your world, if not mine. Pants are common now, for one. She gives a small smile, trying to distract herself with a lighter topic. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Social. It's always good to see you. I hope you have a great rest of your night and sleep well. Good night. She gives a small smile, trying to distract herself with a lighter topic. I can't help but feel awful, but I humor Yasui for her sake. I wouldn't say it to her now of all times, but this world reminds me a little of a snow globe. A small slice of the world captured at one point in time and now everlasting. A world where a company of strangers is all she had.
そうだけど安心して。着物や浴衣もお祭りや行事の時に着てる人は多いから。私も最近の花火大会で浴衣を着たよ。
Don't worry, kimono and yukata are still worn, especially for festivals and events. I wore one to the last fireworks, actually.
まあぜひ見てみたいわ。きっと似合うでしょうね。
Oh, I'd like to see that. You'd look so pretty in one. Every so often, she oversteps into undeserving compliments. I get that she wants to put me at ease, though.
子供の頃の一番古い記憶の一つが、浴衣を着て出かける準備は万端だったのに、祭りが中止になったことでね。泣いてダダをこねる私を慰めようと、両親がホタルを見に連れて行ってくれたの。
So true, Tracy, so true. Although I don't think you need the question mark there. I think, you know, one of my earliest memories as a child is of standing around in my yukata, all ready to go, but the festival being canceled. To cheer me up, my parents took me to see fireflies instead.
あの時のホタルは、花火よりも綺麗だった。夜の闇に浮かび上がる光が、子供心に魔法みたいだと思ったの。
When I saw them, I thought they were better than any fireworks. They almost looked magical as a child, floating about in the darkness. See that one? That one's a lot better. That one I feel like makes more sense with them, you know?
素敵な思い出だこと。ホタルなんてもうずっと見ていないわ。
That's sweet. It's been a long time since I saw those.
私も環境汚染が進んで自然が減ってきてるから、ホタルが見られる場所を見つけるのって難しいの。
It's been a long time for me as well. Fireflies are hard to find anymore, with increasing pollution and less wilderness. I feel an altogether too familiar pang of regret at mentioning my family. My body going cold at the idea of having to think about this any further. This is the one place I'm free from that feeling. Why did I have to bring them up? Please don't ask anything further about them, Yasui, please. Soon, that wish becomes altogether too true. The silence makes it clear Yasui's been taken off guard, acutely aware of the topic to avoid. As I feel pain from clutching at my arm, I decide to use the one excuse to leave that I told myself I wouldn't.
そろそろ戻らなきゃ。疲れちゃった。
I should be going. I'm feeling tired.
そう、ゆっくり休んでね。
That's fine, Honoka. Take care of yourself.
何より私を友達と言ってくれて嬉しいわ。誰にだって友達は必要だもの。自分ではそう思えなくてもね。だからこそ私は劇場を続けてきたのよ。
For what it's worth, I'm glad you count me as a friend. Everyone needs some, even if you might not believe it. That's why I took up theater, after all.
ありがとう、ヤス。また来るから。
Thanks, Yasui. I'll see you later. With that, I take a deep breath and close my eyes. Even as the magic begins to take hold, my mind is elsewhere. I can't make the world a better place as Shino's working towards. I'm too selfish and too useless to do something like that. What I can do is help this one person. And then it's over. And then it's over. Thank you for playing this demo for A Tithe in Blood. If you would like to leave some feedback and improve the final game, please fill out this survey. The girls are waiting for you. Let's meet again. Studio Alon. Also, the cute little signature down at the bottom with the heart. You actually finished? Yes, we did. We actually freaking finished. Let's go. But I wish there was more. I know the main game is 2 months away at this point, but it feels so long. Cause again, like I talked about it a bunch already, but this is the thing I've been looking forward to the most since it was announced. Like, no, like more than like other video games, more than like TV shows or movies or anything else like that. This is like the #1 thing I've been looking forward to. So like, I want more so bad. I need to have more of these characters in my life. But yeah, no, for now we finished the demo. For now we've actually finished our time with a Tithe and Blood, as sad as that is. But yeah, that means we'll have to be getting to other stuff in the coming weeks that aren't a Tithe and Blood, which is very depressing. But yeah, no, I love it. Again, it just has like, I don't know, all the good trademarks of what I look for. When it just comes to writing in general, like just good characters who are both interesting and endearing. Like, and it's very like handles a lot of like heavy topics without like being depressing, I guess. Like there's a lot of like quieter, more kind of like just enjoyable moments to appreciate. Again, the world building is just fantastic. Like someone I was talking to about good world building, and I was like, yeah, no, like a Tithe and Blood, like just the like, yeah, there's a little bit of exposition in there, which is like totally fine. Like I think every story that handles like concepts that aren't just like here's a normal world require at least a little bit, you know, and it's unreasonable to be like, no, nothing should sound like exposition at all. Like we got a little bit there with like the magic and how it feels to be used being talked about. Like that kind of felt a little exposition-y, but even then that's fine, because like everything else about like establishing the world is just done naturally in conversation. Just the way people talk about certain things, it's like it gives you a better grasp of like the world, instead of them sitting down and being like, yes, well, you see, mages are a real thing in this world, but they've slowly been like becoming less and less common as time's gone on, you know? Like it just like lets you understand that from just the way people talk about it. So again, it just got everything I want and everything I'm looking for. So I'm very excited for the main game to come out. But I think with that being said, tomorrow we're going to be obviously back for more Women Wednesday, going through more of Caprice's route, which I'm very excited for, because I loved last stream that we did of it so much. I think it has my favorite scene that we've read in Twofold so far, the one with Olive and Caprice on the train to school. I loved that scene. So I'm really excited, like, because we're obviously getting to the part where they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I like you, and oh my gosh, I like you too. Like, we're obviously like getting to that part, which I'm very excited for. So that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, for now, that is going to be all. Thank you so much to everyone for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it, as always, and I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their night. With that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye!